Today we discuss on dehydrating property. In this, D means removal and hydrating means adding water. Dehydrating means removal of water. So, it is the property of certain substances to remove the chemically combined water molecules. Chemically combined water molecules means it will remove the elements of water. You know that the elements which are present in water are hydrogen and oxygen. So, certain substances have the ability to remove hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio 2:1. These substances which can remove the chemically combined water molecules, we call it as dehydrating agents. Dehydrating agents. Many substances have this property. Some examples for these are phosphorus pentoxide, concentrated sulfuric acid, heated aluminium oxide, and concentrated phosphoric acid. These are some examples for dehydrating agents. Today we forget about all other dehydrating agents and we will study only about the dehydrating property of concentrated sulfuric acid. How concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. So we have already said that dehydrating agent removes the chemically combined hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio 2:1. I'm going to write certain substances which contains chemically combined water molecules. For example, if I take glucose, formula is C6H12O6. You know that there are 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen are there, and they are combined in the ratio 2:1. So if concentrated sulfuric acid or any dehydrating agent added to this substance, this part will be removed. That means chemically combined water molecule. There are 6 molecules of water in this compound. That means in its molecular structure, there are 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen. They are actually in the ratio 2:1. This will be removed by concentrated sulfuric acid. So I am going to write the equation for the dehydration of glucose by concentrated sulfuric acid. Concentrated sulfuric acid. It will remove this part. This is the water molecule. So we will get, actually after adding concentrated sulfuric acid to this, we will get carbon plus water will be removed as in the form of steam. Okay, another substance which contains chemically combined water molecule I am writing here, that is ordinary sugar. Ordinary sugar, that means table sugar. The formula is C12H22O11. There is 11 molecules of water. This hydrogen and oxygen are in the ratio 2:1. That means as it is water only. Okay, this will be removed if concentrated sulfuric acid, if you add it to table sugar, we get carbon. And we'll get 11 molecules of water will be removed by concentrated sulfuric acid. That means the sugar will be turned into carbon. Here also glucose will be turned into carbon. I'm going to write another example, formic acid. In this also there is 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. That means hydrogen we can take out 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So concentrated sulfuric acid, if you add it to formic acid, this will be removed. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen will be removed, and what is left over here is it is turned into carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide and the steamy vapors are evolved. Steamy vapors or steam is evolved. Okay, we can take some other substances. Ethyl alcohol. Formula you may be knowing that it is C2H5OH. I am writing the structure of ethyl alcohol. Writing the structure of ethyl alcohol. This is ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. If you add concentrated sulfuric acid to this, concentrated sulfuric acid to this will be removed. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen will be removed. That means chemically combined water. Okay, there is no other oxygen is there, so you can remove only 1 molecule of water, and what is left over there is C2H4. This is a gas, ethene. Ethene plus steamy vapors will be evolved, or water is evolved as in the form of steam. So I have written few examples for this. Many more examples are there. For example, if you add concentrated sulfuric acid to, like in sugar, if you add concentrated sulfuric acid to cellulose. Cellulose is again a compound of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. I'll write the formula of cellulose here. It is a polymer. Okay. It is C6H10O5 N times. This is a polymer it is. Okay, here also you can see that chemically combined water molecule is there. So if you add concentrated sulfuric acid to cellulose, that means paper. Paper is made up of cellulose, or wood. Wood is made up of cellulose. Okay, that will be getting charred. We say that it gets burned. Paper get burned, or we'll say it is getting charred. The process we call it as it getting charred. Chemically combined water molecule will be removed. This part will be removed and it is converted into carbon. Even our body, if concentrated sulfuric acid fall on skin, it gets charred and the skin turns to black in color. Many other examples are there. It can remove the water of crystallization. Concentrated sulfuric acid can remove the water of crystallization in certain salts. There is water of crystallization is there. That is chemically combined water molecule only. Concentrated sulfuric acid can remove the water of crystallization present in certain salts. Present in salt. This is hydrated copper sulfate. Hydrated copper sulfate. This is blue in color and it is crystalline in nature. Crystalline in nature. If you add concentrated sulfuric acid to, this blue crystals, this part will be removed. That means this is the chemically combined water molecules. Chemically combined water molecule, and it will be turned into CuSO4. This we call it as anhydrous copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. Anhydrous means removed water from that, and that is why it is called as anhydrous. Anhydrous copper sulfate, and 5 molecules of water will be removed as in the form of steam. So many examples I have written how concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. Okay, so now do you like to see an experiment with concentrated sulfuric acid, how it dehydrated our ordinary table sugar? So we can go to our lab.
Children, we are in the chemistry lab. We'll observe how sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. We have a jar here in which concentrated sulfuric acid is there. I'm taking it out to a beaker. This is a beaker which is of 200 ml capacity. I'm pouring about 100 ml of concentrated sulfuric acid, near about 100 ml of concentrated sulfuric acid. This is our ordinary table sugar, which I have made it into powdered form. Taking it out into a filter paper. We need some good amount of sugar, powdered sugar. I'm going to add this into concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay. And we have to stir it a little, because stirring increases the speed of the reaction, or the reaction become fast. We can leave it for some time. Now if you see the reaction become vigorous, you can see that steamy vapors are evolving, and the sugar is rising up. Not the sugar, it is the sugar which is charred is rising up. Okay, you see that this is coming out of the beaker. Okay, and it is completely turned into black color, because concentrated sulfuric acid has a great affinity towards water, and it has removed the entire chemically combined water molecules from this. Sugar has turned completely into black color. If you closely observe this, you can see so many holes in this. That means it become porous, and it looks like a black spongy mass. Sugar get charred, and this is carbon only. It is called sugar charcoal, and the process we call it as charring of sugar.